Welcome to Hear the Word. I'm Brother Tom. Be humble or be humbled. Pride, vanity, considering ourselves to be more important than others. Self-centered people wonder why people shy away from them. In the Bible, we see a self-centered man who was served a big helping of humble pie. His name was Haman. Ahasuerus was king of Persia. He appointed a new queen named Esther. Now, Esther's cousin Mordecai, who had raised her, instructed her not to reveal she was a Jew. Mordecai overheard a plot by two of the king's officials to assassinate the king. Esther told the king. The men were found guilty and executed. Meantime, Haman was pronounced to be the second of all of Persia. Mordecai refused to bow to Haman. Haman could not stand the fact that this Jew did not give him the respect he thought he deserved. Haman devised a plot to kill all of the Jews in the land. Haman and the king didn't know Queen Esther was a Jew. The plan was approved by the king and the date drawn by lot to kill all of the Jews on a day, almost a year later. Esther 4:1. Mordecai rent his clothes and put on sackcloth with ashes and went out into the midst of the city and cried with a loud and a bitter cry. One night the king couldn't sleep and called for the book of records to be read. When reminded how Mordecai had saved his life, he asked how he had shown his thanks to him. He had not thanked him. When Haman came to the palace the next day, the king asked him how he would treat a man to whom honor was due. Haman thought the king was talking about him. Esther 6:8, Haman said, "Let the royal apparel be brought which the king useth to wear, and the horse that the king rideth upon, and the crown royal which is set upon his head, and let his apparel and horse be delivered to the hand of one of the king's most noble princes, that they may array the man withal whom the king delighteth to honor, and bring him on horseback through the street of the city, and proclaim before him, Thus shall it be done to the man whom the king delighteth to honor." Haman led Mordecai through the streets, wearing the king's robe and crown, sitting on the king's horse, proclaiming, "This is how the king treats the man worthy of honor." Then he went home and pouted. He himself was executed shortly thereafter. His execution is explained in Esther chapter 7. Esther 7 verse 10, "So they hanged Mordecai on the gallows that he had prepared for Mordecai." The devotion for February the 3rd, titled Backfire, will explain more of Haman's death in detail. Haman was humbled. Jesus said in Matthew 23:12, "And whosoever shall exalt himself shall be abased, and he that shall humble himself shall be exalted." Someday you will be abased. It's best to humble yourself before Jesus now rather than to wait until you die and lose the opportunity to repent. Repent while you can. Blessings to you till next time. Bye for now.